Hello everyone, I'm here with Haladmer. My name is Adreden. We are just starting a brand new game. We've just landed on the Earth-like planet, and we are just going to try to figure out how to get to each other. And then after that, we're going to check out the new economy update. Alright, let's have some fun. Okay, so the silicon is very close. Do these new pods have, like, they must have some kind of scanner on them, otherwise I wouldn't be able to see the silicon, right?
Yeah, it's got an antenna and a ore detector on it.
Cool. I'm gonna have to crank those up to max and see what's around me.
Ah, crap, I forgot there's stuff in there now. Alright, so if you sit in your chair...
Yar.
And hit I.
Give me a sec, I just gotta run back over there.
Oh, not a problem.
Do they come equipped with an oxygen generator?
Yes.
Cool.
Oh, damn it. There we go.
Nope. F, there we go. Hit I.
Yep.
Yep.
While you're sitting in the chair, there will be a data pad.
Yep.
Pick that bad boy up.
Okay, done.
Alright.
Unknown signal. 2 kilometers away.
So if you right click on it, it'll open up a UI that will have, and it'll have some information about a station.
Okay.
And then there will be a button that says to make a waypoint, create a waypoint for this place.
Done.
Okay, so now you have, that's the first station available. I'm curious, which station did you get?
Oh, TFWE station?
Uh-huh. And it's about 38 kilometers, 39 kilometers away. Is that right? Or did you get a different one?
Let me see here. H, probably. It's over here. It is 39 kilometers away.
Yep.
To the southeast.
Okay.
Yeah. Do space engineers yet care about trees or not so much?
Only if you hit them at a high rate of speed.
Right. Just like that. Okay, cool.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, I really like this location. I would probably put a base here if I were in single player.
Is there, what resources are near you?
The only thing I can see is silicon. And of course there's ice or water, whatever. But it just, there's this nice green field. It just kind of looks pretty. I just kind of like it. I wouldn't say that's, you know, necessarily a good place to be, but
All right.
I'm walking around with my drill, so I think if something shows up, but you never know.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm trying to get enough parts together to put a cockpit together.
All right. It's pretty good with all this different stuff. Like, what do you have? This is the crouch.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
I thought we started with more than we did. Huh, okay. Alright, so one of the big changes in Space Engineers since 1.0 is come.
Yep.
Is that stone is now valuable.
Oh no. I better stop destroying it then.
Well, it's not like priceless. It's just because of the survival kit that you have.
Yep.
Right, you can put stone into that.
Yep.
And in the production, there will be an ingots thing, and what it will do is for each one of those, it will take 100 of the stone
Okay.
And it'll spit out some amount of miscellaneous ingots. You'll get gravel, iron, nickel, and silicon.
Alrighty. Gravel, iron, nickel, and silicon?
Yep.
Seems like a good starting set of minerals.
Yep, that's why it does it.
Yeah.
So you do need to progress up the assembly system though,
Okay.
because each group of assemblers. So the survival kit is both a refinery, an assembler, and medical station spawn point, right?
Right, yeah.
Okay. So in order to get a better assembler, you have to start with the survival kit to make the parts to build the basic assembler. The basic assembler has limited parts as well. So in order to build the better assembler to be able to build everything, you have to build the parts for the assembler in the basic assembler. So you end up having to build all three, or you end up building two of the three in order to be able to build everything. And the refinery works the same way. You have to build the basic refinery and then an actual refinery. Well, technically you can go directly to the big refinery, but in order to build some of the parts that you need, you basically have to be able to refine material that you can't refine in the basic assembler, or the emergency kit, survival kit.
Okay, so you can do stone, but you can't do other minerals?
What's up?
Can you do other minerals in the basic one?
No, it's stone only.
Okay, cool. Well,
You talking about the survival kit?
Yeah.
Or the base? Yeah, so the survival kit is stone only. Basic assembler or basic refinery is your primary materials. So iron, nickel, cobalt, silicon.
Okay.
And then for platinum, uranium, gold, silver, and maybe magnesium. I don't remember if magnesium can be done in the basic one or not. It's either cobalt or magnesium that can be done in the basic one, and then the other one is done in the regular assembler.
Right.
So I need 11 computers. Computer?
Computer.
I think I have enough for this.
Well, I'm just
I
gonna
do.
harvest
Okay.
a bunch of this and then wait for some more interesting stuff to come up.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to head over to you.
Okay.
I hope.
Yeah, that's okay. These little ones here going, and bring those over into my inventory. I'm not quite sure if I want it over here, and I bet you this will work now. I probably don't need to go this big. Aha! Well then. So it's weird, it's not really snapping. There we go.
Ha ha ha! I am airborne.
Nice.
Right. And I am also now recording, so.
Awesome. Yeah, I was not quite sure if I actually want to build this right here, or if I want to build this more like over near my silicon hole thing.
I generally look for iron to be nearby.
Well, I'm just trying to rig up something for the night, so maybe I'll just build this here. H. Nope, not H. H is a different game. C is a different game.
Well, you're not too far away from me. I mean, I could have hoofed it over to you, but I wanted to bring my pod.
Yeah. Oop.
Hey, you got magnesium over here.
Sweet.
Just east of
Oh,
your
there you are.
location.
Cool, yeah, I
Limp.
didn't see it.
Limping along here.
Yeah. Like a little UFO up there. Alright, so.
Hey, it works. It doesn't have to be pretty.
Nope, that's true. We're on the right kind here, right? For that kind. There. There, that should let me do some welding. That one? Oh, yep, good. Perfect. What do I need for this? A lot of stuff.
Yep.
Just Just get started doing it.
Yeah, so one of the reasons why I was saying you might not want to start building your base yet, even if it's just to get you through the night, is because since the economy mod is now, or not the mod, but the economy DLC is in effect, that waypoint that the datapad gave you is actually a station.
Yeah.
That we can kind of work from, but basically there's missions that we can earn money and we can actually buy ships directly. So you can buy like ground-based vehicles or flight vehicles, depending on which base it is. I don't know which one we got. So, because there's a series of prefixes and suffixes,
right,
that are random. So,
yeah,
but it's based on the type of NPC that base that it is. So,
okay.
I
needed like 20 of these things.
Yeah, so what I was thinking is you might want to not go ahead and build that, like break it all down, throw the parts back in your ship.
Okay.
And what we'll do is we can rework your ship a little bit.
All right.
And then we'll add a couple of thrusters, because you only need 2 thrusters for lift. And then you'll need 1 for forward and braking thrust.
Right. What have you done? So we reworked it to be I see what you've done. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so I had to mine a little bit so that I could build the cockpit, but...
Right. Well, it's fine. I will, let's see, which one is this? The O2 generator? Survival kit. Guess I'll throw everything back in the survival kit.
I wonder if we took... What do we need to build merge blocks?
Don't know.
Looking at it right now. Steel plates. Oh, it's all stuff that... I think it's all stuff that we can build in the survival kit. I think. No, it's not. We need small steel tubes. Which
small steel
do
tubes,
we get
okay.
those from the... No. Where did I get small steel tubes from? Because I used some. Had to have been from like the chair or something. Oh no, it was those. Right. Okay, so
yes.
how many do I need for this? I need 2. Because what I'm thinking is we may throw a merge block on the bottom of mine and a merge block on the top of yours.
Okay.
Merge them together because you've got 4 lift thrusters.
Uh-huh.
And so what I'll do is I'll take the 2 lift thrusters off of mine.
Yep.
And then that way we'll have 2 push, basically repurpose them for thrust and retro thrust.
Mm-hmm.
So with your 4 lift thrusters, I'll have 2 main propulsion and 2 braking thrust. And we'll turn it into one really ugly ship.
Sweet. Sounds good. Just wrecking all my blocks.
Yep. Because I need to get this out.
What is that?
That was a beacon.
Oh, okay. Yeah, don't need that.
You don't need the timing block either. Let me see if I can get this. Small conveyor you don't actually need.
You are upside down, sir.
Yep. Intentionally so. Thank you. I can't get to the thruster. Trying to get that thruster.
Oh, we can grind some stuff off.
Well, no, because I'm trying not to destroy your ship doing this.
Meh.
because I'm trying to get it set up so that we can do.
All we really need is a spare seat on yours, and whatever.
Dude, this thing's like a gold mine of spare parts.
Oh yeah, I know. Are you saying not to tempt you?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. There we go. Okay, so we have that.
Okay, so... Oh, that's already done. Wow.
Yep. So, do me a favor, take the antenna and ore detector off of yours.
Okay. And...
Do. This is so ghetto.
Oh, well.
Come on.
Not quite gone green. There you go.
There you go.
Sweet.
Yep.
Sweet shit.
Okay, so now we don't want to burn off the other thruster, so we want you there. We're going to take that out. I have to do this fairly quickly because I'm starting to run out of hydrogen.
I've got a spare bottle.
Oh, so do I. I'm just being lazy.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that gives us braking.
But we have no...
Yes,
oh, we do have lateral on. Okay. Because you got one up there and one over there.
Yep.
Okay. Good. Sweet. Got ourselves a ship.
That is so ghetto. I love it.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Yep. Okay. So now comes the fun part of having to build this.
No head. Oh, weird. My neck is moving around without my head on it. Oh, that is not cool. I don't like that. I do take off some of these blocks here. I gotta be able to see better than that.
Yeah, take the... I was gonna say, if you take those upper blocks off, I'm gonna take this landing gear.
Whoa!
What did you do?
Just ground a little bit of this thruster away. No worries.
Oh, that's why, because the landing gear was...
Whoa, boy.
Yeah. Alright, so what we're gonna do... we can fix this, don't worry.
So does it have no landing gear right now?
Yep. We're fixing that. We're gonna fix that quickly, hopefully.
Yeah. Okay.
Why am I unable to place the landing gear? Hopefully this doesn't kill me.
See Hal flying off into the distance momentarily.
It is always possible in Space Engineers. What did I put that up? I put that there. Why will you not let me place the landing gear, damn it. There we go.
Alright. Sweet.
Okay, we have a landing gear. Okay.
Problems mostly averted.
Well, let me deal with all of the thrusters first. There we go. 1 second. I'm going to move this thing so we can...
Okay. Go for it.
Can you grind off the landing gear that's under your chair?
Sure. Maybe? There we go.
Thank you. Go ahead and grind your chair too, because it's not connected.
That doesn't look like it's very attached anymore.
Yeah.
Alright, go.
There you go. You should be able to get your stuff out now.
Yep. Anything else? Nope. Looks good.
About yourself. I'm
ammo.
bringing the ship down. Don't want to crush you here.
Okay. All good.
At least not intentionally. There we go. Or I should say, not accidentally. All right. So we need to put your chair back in. So let's go ahead and get. There we go. You can put your. You should be able to put your chair back in there now.
Okay. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Computer says no.
Hmm?
I can't seem to put this in.
Do you have interior plates?
Oh, maybe there's a... I'm pretty sure I do. There's a magazine, I think, right there that's causing a problem.
Ah, yeah. Pick up the miscellaneous stuff.
And anything else?
Nope. Shouldn't be. You got the rifle and the data pad already, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. Okay, there. Done.
All right. So if you get into the seat.
Okay. It's still a terrible
You already.
It's okay, I guess.
Yeah, well.
It's okay.
If you hit V, you'll get an exterior view.
I think that worked for me. Oh, there we go. Now it worked. Last time it was just making me see my empty neck.
Alright, so I am going to get rid of a couple of waypoints here. This one was yours. And I'm not really worried about that one. Okay. So we ready?
Yep.
Me.
Maybe as a constraint, all our ships need to be built out of these little pods for the rest of this game.
You know, I've almost been tempted to do that, and then I realized that it's kind of fruitless.
Oh, okay.
Mainly because there's not enough armor on them to actually survive anything.
Okay.
You have the silicon waypoint over here?
I do.
We've got silicon, nickel, and magnesium at that waypoint.
Okay. So are we going to this station? What's the...
Yep. We're heading to the station.
Oh, there it is right there.
Yeah.
I see it.
And on that note, welcome everybody. Hopefully you've had a fantastic day. We're 17 minutes into it. Just now saying hello. I'll go back and I'll do something for an intro on mine, I think. But
Yeah. Me too.
Oh, so we are in Space Engineers multiplayer. I am being joined by Adreden this evening, and thank you for joining me. Ooh, ice leak.
No worries. Should be fun. I haven't been playing much lately, so it is quite a neat, interesting time to get back into the game.
Yes. So for those who don't know, Space Engineers recently launched its newest, I guess you could say, core game change. They introduced the actual economy. It's a working economy system. And in so doing, have introduced a bunch of new blocks. Things like NPCs now give you missions, or I shouldn't call them NPCs. They are faction bases that have systems that you can take missions from. They also have a new store system. So the factions will auto-generate things that you can purchase, and depending on the faction and what the faction specializes in, it could be anything from ships to raw resources like raw material, like raw ores and processed ores, components, weapons. And these bases can spawn on any of the planets, any of the moons, or in space. The ones that spawn in space tend to have better stuff in them. So,
all right, makes sense, I guess. once you get up there, then you can have access to all the different places, right?
Well, I think the idea is that if you're getting to space, you don't need the basic stuff.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah. So, but when you first land, if you want to use the faction system, you have to be on the solar system start. It's the only one that actually has it fully supported right now.
Okay.
And I'm not sure why. I think it was just because that's the one. If you're doing something with a full-on survival series, a survival playthrough, that's the one you're probably going to play. But yeah, so it's been a lot of fun. I've been doing a lot of the stuff on single player, and I'm kind of excited to try doing some multiplayer stuff with it as well.
Yeah, I think it'd be pretty neat.
Yeah.
We need at some point too to even like just hop on some random servers. Probably not on stream or anything, but just check out what people have got going on, how it works now with like random people and such.
Yeah, because one of the things that you can do, so for the missions, there's actually several types of missions that you can take from factions. They have acquisition missions, which are you need to go bring them something. It could be raw materials, it could be processed goods, like they may look for refined uranium, or they need 100 ingots of gold or something like that. And by completing the missions, you get money and faction standing. And the higher your faction is with the higher you're standing with the faction, you get discounts based off of your standing. So you get the two major points are 5% and 10%.
Okay.
So it does reflect in the price. So you can actually buy some things cheaper. Sometimes it'll be maybe if you find one of the what are they called? I think they're called industrial is the category.
Okay.
But it's if you find any of the ship manufacturers or the ship resellers, you can actually buy completed vehicles, ground-based vehicles, air-based vehicles, or even interplanetary vehicles. And some of the larger ones are like the biggest one in the game that you can buy is the old red ship.
Oh, nice.
So for the people who've been playing long enough to remember the old red ships start, you can actually buy that, and I think it averages something like 340 million or 400 million, something like that. For the really old players that are just coming back to Space Engineers, if you're familiar with the old GM safe zone block that used to be available, well, it wasn't a block, it was just GMs used to be able to say this area out to so many meters is the safe zone and you can't do anything here.
Right.
You can actually build those now. They take a chip. They're called zone chips. Each zone chip is good for 1 hour of upkeep. But the safe zone generator still requires power as well. And it's a lot of power. The thing will drain your grid.
Okay.
But when it's active, only the faction can do anything inside the safe zone, depending on how you've configured the safe zone.
Yeah.
And you have options that say people can't weld, they can't mine, they can't build, or you can let them do it.
The basics of that sound very much like another game I used to play, so. But
yeah, it's very similar to a couple of different games that have had safe zone functionality in them.
Yeah. That's cool though.
I like the fact that I like the fact that you can define what people can do.
Yeah, that I've not heard of yet. I mean, somewhat with like there's the base right there.
Yep. And the blue sphere around it is the safe zone bubble. It is actually a shield.
Nice.
Which does block meteorites as well.
Oh, interesting.
And I had somebody tell me they actually had, I think it was the corruption mod loaded. And if you've ever used the corruption mod, they have these wonderful little droids in there, like these little drones that like to grind your ship down. And apparently, these are what spawn. They're scavenger drones.
Okay.
And we're going to have to park outside of the field because you can't lock landing gear inside the field.
And you just don't think you can get the ship back up after it's listed onto its side, Hal?
Do you really want me to try? I mean, I can land this thing where it will stay flat. But I can't guarantee that it'll stay on the platform once we do it. So
this is okay.
All right. I thought you might see it that way.
And I'm out. And off.
And we can turn those off. Turn that off. All right. So when you walk into the safe zone, you'll get that message that says you have entered the safe zone. So if you try like grinding or drilling, you'll get a message that tells you can't do this.
Okay. We need to switch over to this and go.
And then all of these bases. So something that I found out: all of the planet side bases will have ladders. So you can get up into the base.
Neat. Interesting.
Yeah. So even if you're out of hydrogen, you'll still be able to get up here.
Cool.
You good? Oh, proficient welder. Yes. Thank you. Oh, there's an elite welder. Damn it.
There we go.
Data pad. All right. So if you need more weight, like once you found a waypoint or two, if you need more waypoints, look for data pads. The vending machines have a limited number of things in them.
Okay.
But if you come into the base,
access denied. What?
But if you come into the base, they'll have a store and they have contract missions.
Contracts, store, neat.
So what we were talking about before is that we have acquisition, there's bounty, escort, hauling, repair, and search missions. Acquisitions, you have to either go find it and bring it back or build it and bring it back. Bounty missions are actually PvP missions. Escort missions, I have not yet seen an NPC spawn one of these, so I know that you can do this with players, but I don't know if the NPCs will spawn them or not. Hauling missions are just that. You're taking goods from one location to another. Okay. Repair is another one of those things where if a base takes damage for some reason, let's say your base is damaged, right?
Yeah.
You can build a terminal and say, I will pay people to come by and repair my base.
Right, yeah.
And then there are search missions, which are kind of the easy ones. If you just using the default lander that you get, once you convert that into an operable ship, you come over to these places and just basically start doing these. What it'll do is it'll give you a waypoint. It gives you a duration, and then at the waypoint, they will have what's called a maximum GPS deviation. What that is that's the number of meters that the item can spawn within from the POI that they give you.
Okay.
So they'll give you a waypoint, and so within 750 meters in any direction is where the thing can land. And what they do is they're using, the unknown signals.
Yeah.
Okay, it's using those types of satellites, those little drones that they use.
Okay.
But they do put a flashing light on them. So I actually have been telling people, if you're going to do the scout missions like that, or the search missions rather, take them at night.
At night? Oh yeah, that makes sense. Because
when you're flying, you can see the beacons on them very, very easily.
Okay.
Oh yes, and this is a vehicle merchant. Wahaha. Okay, so we're gonna have to earn some cash. Oh, this is the good vehicle merchant too.
I figured pretty much everything was too expensive for me, other than that welder. But I was like, whatever.
Yeah, get the welder.
What?
Get the welder.
Yeah,
I got one.
Probably should.
Yeah,
it's okay. Just exploring around. First time I've looked at one of these. Pretty cool.
Oh, did you get the stuff out of the armory already?
The armory. What do you mean?
So there
what you speak of.
are armory areas in here.
Okay.
In the habitation areas. So this.
Well, I went and looked at it. I didn't grab anything out of it.
Oh, because the armories will generally have they could have like basic tools, they could have weapons, they could have ammo.
Okay. Oh yeah, there's nothing there.
This is a really interesting base. This is probably the most. I haven't seen this one before. This is definitely the most simplistic base I've seen so far.
Okay.
It's actually kind of cool. Can I get in here? Oh, I can. Nice.
Oh, where's he going?
Hey, look, basic welder. All right.
Door closed
And
on my
basic
face.
grinder. There we go. Access denied.
Oh,
Nice.
weird. So it's like another... Oh, this is cool. This little kitchen thing.
Uh-huh.
These are the new decoration blocks or something?
Yeah, these are so the kitchen, the armory block, the lockers that you were just looking at, the bed, and the bathroom without the doorway.
Yeah.
Are part of the 1.0 update that they did with the new decoration blocks.
Okay.
This particular bathroom is part of the new block set. So
Okay.
the original version of this is open. It doesn't have this door setting in it. It's basically like the armory is here.
Right.
There's no wall there.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Neat. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Game is progressing.
Yeah, at some point we may have actual NPCs in here too.
Yeah. So this one I
All right.
can't access. I don't know why. Nah, well, doesn't really matter.
Oh, it's because you can't access it. You have to use the buttons on the side.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Oh, that's one of the things we were talking about. The zone chips. These are what you need for your safe zone. And they average in price anywhere from about 100k to 150k is the most expensive ones I've seen. And like I said, you need one of those for every hour that you want to run a safe zone.
Wow.
Yep.
That's different.
It's expensive.
Yeah, very expensive.
Well, did you see the value of the missions?
I did not.
Yeah, 2 of the search missions can pay for that, and you can do those search missions in like 5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So the scale is kind of weird. Some of the missions where they're asking for things like resources or processed goods. Before you take any contracts, always check the merchants, both the vending machine and the store,
Okay.
to see what they're actually selling. Oh, gotta refresh.
Acquisition. Reactor components. 50.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, so basically what you'll need to do is to have an inventory large enough to have whatever they're asking for in a single stack. So
Okay.
if they want 1,000 plates, your inventory has to hold 1,000 plates in a single stack.
Okay.
So keep that in mind when you're taking things for, say, like gravity components, or radio components, things that you normally can only carry like 3 or 4 of at a time.
Yeah.
Because you're going to need a ship that has enough cargo capacity to actually carry those.
Okay, so it doesn't have to be your personal inventory, it can be your ship?
Yep.
Okay. That's pretty useful.
Yeah, so what you need to do is find one of the docking ports that's active, and when you bring your ship over, you connect to that port. And as long as it can see it, when you go to finish the mission, it'll ask you which inventory you want to use.
Huh, okay.
Alright. So how about we do a couple of search missions? I say do a quick cut. We'll do some search missions,
Yep.
get some capital going, and look at maybe buying something.
Okay, I'm in.
All right, so I'm gonna go for this one first,
Okay.
and then this way everybody can see what it looks like when you're doing these missions.
Yeah.
Now, I generally have really bad luck with these. Half the time, these things will spawn on the side of a cliff.
Mhm.
So if you get really unlucky and it spawns halfway up a cliff, and it's one of the like the roller style satellites, the little unknown signal source.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go like 2 or 3 kilometers out before you'll find the damn thing.
Oh no.
And I had one that did it. Like it rolled, and it had rolled to the point destroyed the flashing light.
Oh no.
Yeah, I was able to find it, but it took me like 10 minutes to find the damn.
Oh yeah. Definitely limit if you had a couple of those in a row, how many of those missions you could take at a time.
Yep. So, I was gonna say, where's your mission?
I don't know. I can't see it.
You should have an orange indicator on your HUD.
Yeah, I must have hit something. Oh god.
Hit H.
Yeah, I can't see anything, so I don't know.
Hit H a couple of times and see if it shows up.
I mean, that's like my HUD is gone, so I don't know what I hit.
Oh, it's because you're in the passenger.
Hmm. There you go.
Hey, it looks like we may be flying over some.
It's kind of too bad that the HUD vanishes when you're in the passenger seat. I mean, kind of good too, but
Yeah.
sure.
All right,
What did you find here?
Oh, I thought we were flying over some resources. It's just the train.
Hmm.
Okay, so we're coming up on the location for one of mine. And when you get close enough to it, it's when the ship will spawn in. So you see that little red flashing light over there?
Not yet.
Should be mostly directly in front of us.
Oh, barely. Yep, there it is.
Yeah, this is why I tell people to do these missions at night, because you don't even have to get out of the ship. You just have to get within 30 meters, I think it is.
Huh.
When you get close enough, it will it'll despawn. Oh, thank you.
It'll despawn it?
Yeah. You'll get a message that tells you contract was successfully fulfilled, which your faction, however much your faction has changed.
Yep.
And it basically self-destructs.
Huh. Cool. That is kind of interesting.
Yeah, it's a really cool system. And the nice thing is that it deposits the money directly into your account, so you don't even have to go back to the base to get rewarded for the mission.
Yeah. That's pretty slick, actually.
Yeah. You want me to sit down so you can take a look and see where your mission is?
Probably.
Because if it's in the same general area, which does happen from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see where your mission's at?
Yeah, I don't know what button. Oh, there it is. Tab. Okay. Would be an orange marker on the...
Yep. It'll say last known location of ship.
2 kilometers.
Which way?
East northeast.
East northeast.
Yep. Turns out I basically just had hit tab, so I just couldn't see anything. So, yeah.
Huh.
You want to go about 10 degrees right.
Out there?
Yeah. Basically, it's sort of down. There's like a slope on the right, and there's like a lower area that's sort of gray and beige or whatever. It's right at the bottom of that bay and grayish area.
Oh, you can see the flashing light. Let's not crash into the terrain if we can avoid it.
Be a good idea.
I mean, it is entertaining from time to time to do.
Yeah.
Oh, you got lucky.
Why's that?
Because you got one of the ones that like to roll, but it got spawned in such an area that it didn't roll.
Oh, I see it, yeah.
So now if we get close enough to it...
To the actual light or to the location it says? To the light, right?
Yep.
Should I hop out and take a look at it?
Hold on a second. Let's see if we can... I want to see if it'll recognize because you're in the... Yep, you'll have to get out of the seat.
Okay. There it was. As soon as I hopped out.
Yep. So you get back in the seat.
Okay, in.
It was actually... That was one of the reasons I was like, yeah, we should stop and check because, you know, mine is now 20k away from...
Yeah. Which would have been a bit of a...
Yes, because basically would have come back to the same place we just left, so...
Yeah.
So that's how those missions work. Like I said, the different types of missions are actually kind of cool. If you are hosting the server, you can turn off the bounty missions, which means, you know, you don't have to worry about people posting missions on each other just for the, you know, for craps and giggles kind of thing.
Right. That's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there we go.
And then, and so everybody knows, the only mods we have on this server right now is the text HUD UI, which allows us to use the HUD compass. Okay. So the compass is not part of the normal UI.
Right.
But I have found, especially since the economy stuff has gone in, that it makes it much, much easier to get around because of the if you're doing the scouting or the search missions.
Yeah,
knowing that you're heading north is
cool.
Yep. Yeah, and it works really well.
Yeah.
I like it because it works in, even if you're using a modded HUD, because they have the HUDs that like change where everything's at and change icons and stuff. This thing will still work with it.
Oh, okay.
There's one person who did a modded HUD, but I don't think they released it on the workshop. But basically, they built it so that it had a space dedicated for the compass.
Oh,
they had actually built it into the UI. So it's not just floating there like it is here,
right?
Like for us.
Yeah.
I was like, that is really cool.
Like kind of over the toolbar or something, or?
Well, you know how you can have the opaque windows around the toolbars, so they have their own shape, like your UI has.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they basically created a shape like that and put it up at the top. And so the way it looks like you're looking out of like one of the NASA helmets.
Oh yeah.
And it has, you know how you have that little like partial visor in the top center of it?
Yeah.
So that's what it looks like.
Neat.
It's like it's got like a little sunscreen on it. It's kind of... So for anybody who's paying attention in the audience, if you want to build one of those UIs for us, let us know. We'll be glad to use it.
Yeah, for sure.
I've had people send me weird stuff for like different mods and UI mods and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neat.
It's amazing some of the stuff that people come up with. Oh.
Yeah, I haven't done any modding for this other than like a little bit for the planetary stuff when that first came out, but we need to kind of get into it at some point. Yeah,
there's some really good tutorials out there. I think Sectan did one.
Okay.
He's the guy who's doing the Space Engineers VR mod. He's basically he's using a VR engine, and he's building Space Engineers in it.
Oh, so he's like entirely redoing Space Engineers?
Well, it's technically a mod.
Yeah.
But it's not actually a mod. It's a game. But yeah. And the guys at Keen Software, they know he's doing it, and they've actually endorsed it a couple of times.
Wow.
Hey, I can see the light. See what I was saying about how things will sometimes roll down the hill?
Oh yeah, there it is down there.
You see it all the way the hill down there.
Yep.
Now remember, it's not supposed to be further than 750 meters away, right?
Yeah.
I guess it's not. It's only like not 400. It's not too bad. Yeah, 500.
What if that's an unintended consequence of just like having that particular type of spawn?
Well, it's random is why.
Yeah.
And you know the what are they called?
That
The
one
unknown
looks
signals.
cool.
Yeah, the unknown signals that have the like the sensors on them, so they try to run away from you.
Mm-hmm.
Those are in the list of legitimate spawns.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll have this thing that you're trying to get close enough to, and if you're not careful, it runs away from you.
Yeah.
I was like, you trolling son of a Merc. So, all right. So that is the economy stuff in a nutshell. The only thing left to do is to go buy something. I bought something out of the vending machine earlier, so.
Yeah. I guess I bought something too, but
I only got 104.
can we
But
check
I'm
that in now? Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
right there.
hit inventory, it's on top of your inventory list.
Cool. I have 51,000. So
Yeah. And
so
the
it wouldn't
faction.
really take that too long. Sorry, it wouldn't take too long to just like get enough to get a ship. Really.
No, it's really simple, especially once you get to the point where you have a base that you're working from.
Yeah.
If you have access to all of the resources, just look for acquisition missions for things like uranium, platinum, gold, whatever you have access to.
Yeah.
And those can range in price from anywhere from a couple 100,000 to, I think I've got one that I just finished. It was for like 200 gold ingots. That was worth like 16 million.
That is a lot.
Yeah. It's ridiculously easy to make money in the game once you have access to everything.
Yeah.
But it's just having access to the resource. So yeah, you could actually play the game completely with just being like, if you like doing nothing but mining, you could do that, and then just buy the ships that you need.
It really changes. Like I haven't really played a lot of it yet, but it really feels a lot different already.
Yeah, it completely changes up the pace of the game because you get to do what you want to do. If you're not good at building, like I said, if you're not ships and you just want to go mine, you get your base up and running, get access to a couple of resources, do a little bit of mining, take it over to the base, sell it off, because you can actually sell stuff too. You don't have to do missions. When you go to the sales terminal, like the actual trade terminal, not the little quick kiosk thing, there's a sell tab, and then the bases will be buying things like finished goods. They could buy resources, maybe tools.
Neat.
Yeah, so if you get a mission for, because one of the missions I've seen for acquisition has been like hydrogen bottles or oxygen bottles.
Yeah.
And then that base is also buying them. So you turn in however many they're asking for, and you bring like 5 or 10 more, and you sell the excess.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
Can
So
you
it's
park
all
on the
sorts
roof
of
of this place.
If the landing gear worked.
But it
When you
won't
go-
work.
Yeah.
Oh, because it's. I see.
Because it's a safe zone, yeah. Now that works in your favor too, because that means, if you're on a multiplayer server and somebody basically wants to come over and try and pick your stuff, they're not going to be able to because the landing gear doesn't work.
Right.
Okay.
So I guess we need to get ourselves another couple landing gear.
Let's see here. I should be able to do this. I've done this before.
Okay.
The trick is always making sure you go as far forward as you can.
Yeah.
There you go. See?
Nice. Good job. That's sweet.
Hey, can you tell I've done that a few times? That would have been bad.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome, actually. Sweet.
So yeah, like I was saying, if you come into the store, there's a sell tab, and like these guys are buying metal grids. It'll tell you how many they're willing to purchase from you. Now you don't have to sell the total amount that they're looking for. This is just the total number of pieces that they have a current buy order for, and this is how much they're paying per unit that you sell to them. And as you can see, these guys are buying pretty much every. Yeah, I mean they're buying pretty much every component in the game. Except for medical. I see medical. Yeah, medical components are like the only thing they're not buying. Oh. Alright, so do we actually have enough to buy a vehicle? Almost. Almost. Alright. Oh, Solar Scout. How much cash do you have?
51?
Just shy. Just shy. If we had a little bit more, we could get there's a Solar Scout.
That's the ATV Survivor?
No, directly below that, Solar Scout.
Maybe I have a different... Oh, there
Scout
it is right there. I see it now. Yeah. We might be able to buy the ATV Survivor, though.
Yeah, so if you find it in there, if you sort on the price per unit.
Okay.
Depending on which way you've got it sorted, it's either the second from the top or the second from the bottom. The B980. I bought one of those in my single player. I'm actually in the process of modifying the hell out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reminds me of a Republican freighter.
Yeah, it's there's some definitely influenced design choices.
Yeah.
So the one vehicle you want to be careful of is the B60 bulk freighter. It doesn't have enough thrust in anything other, like any full planetary gravity, to lift its own mass. You basically have to have everything turned on in order to hover. But,
well, yeah. Okay, well,
right.
I'll watch for them.
Yeah. Okay, so we are just shy of the full hour on this, so I am going to say thank you all for stopping in. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to throw them down in the section below. If you are watching from my side, be sure to also pay a visit over to Adreden's channel. He's doing a lot of 7 Days to Die, a little bit of Space Engineers, and the multiplayer stuff. And, I have not yet seen any of your stuff that hasn't been worth watching, so go
Yeah.
check his stuff out. You should enjoy it. And if you don't, well, then you can blame him. Don't blame me.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. If you want to check out more Space Engineer stuff, definitely head over to Hal's channel. He is definitely on that right now. He's doing a good job.
Yeah, so much space engineer stuff.
Yeah. Awesome.
But yeah, definitely throw those subscribes if you are new to the communities and you want to see more. And don't forget to ring the bell if you want to be kept up to date with what's going on around either of our channels.
Indeed.
On that note, I want to say thank you once again. Hopefully you have a fantastic day. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we will see you back here next time for more multiplayer Space Engineer.
Thanks,
As
guys.
always, folks, take care and be safe out there.
Bye-bye.